Yo, what's up guys, it's Philly Bo, and today we're going to be doing a Q&A. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I know that you guys really enjoy watching these because it just gives you more insight on me and lets you learn more about me and my opinions on things or just anything you guys want to ask me. I use the hashtag AskPhil on Twitter, and I've already got a lot of them. I've got them sitting right here in front of me, and without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this. First question comes from Nate Necropolis, and he says, have you watched Rick and Morty? I actually... that show I'm not crazy about. Me and my girlfriend watch a lot of Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. We don't really watch anything else other than cartoons on TV anyway. On Netflix, we watch movies and stuff. But Rick and Morty is not really my style. I don't know. I like it, but my girlfriend loves that show. But I'm more of a regular show and Adventure Time kind of guy. Regular show is my favorite show of all time. Next question comes from Makafik Suzaran. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, but they ask, what is your favorite metal music band and what singer you really hate? Well, my favorite band is probably a toss-up between Cannibal Corpse and Pantera. Cannibal Corpse got me into like death metal and stuff, and then Pantera has that groove side to him that I really, really enjoy. As far as a singer I really hate, I don't really know how to answer that question. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that I don't necessarily like, but hate is such a strong word. I'm not really going to use that towards somebody else's ability to do what they do, because not only am I in the same field as them, but there's definitely stuff that I don't really like. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. The next question comes from CX Calahax. And they ask, how do you get the deep guttural sound when you scream? I've almost got it down, but can't quite get it. Honestly, there's no real explanation to why I can do it or how I do it or what I do to do it. I don't really have a scientific explanation for it. It's just something that I have taught myself to do. I can tell you that what I used to do when I worked at a car dealership, I would sit in the cars and I would like practice my screams and my vocals and stuff like that in there. Even though I felt really stupid doing it, that's what I did. And I was probably about 18, 19 years old. The next question comes from David the Sky, and he asked, do you read books? If yes, which is your favorite book? Honestly, I don't really read books. I don't really read much. I can read, don't think that I can't, but I have a really bad problem with just spacing out when I read, and I just completely forget what I just read. The next question comes from Animal Lecter, and they ask, what is a collaboration you'd like to do that most wouldn't expect? That's a very good question. Well, I mean, I've done the collaboration with Chino from Deftones. I would say one that I would really like to do is probably Corey Taylor from Slipknot, even though that's not really unexpected. But honestly, I would like to have him do his intense vocals and his clean singing because he's got an absolutely incredible voice. Whenever we toured with them on the Mayhem tour in 2012, he was spot on every single night. He never missed a note. He was just absolutely incredible. There was one time when he was sick on that tour, but his clean singing was still just absolutely phenomenal. But his screaming vocals, I could tell he was a little hoarse, and it was kind of hard for him to do that. But I've been there too. It really is hard whenever you're sick. But he is absolutely phenomenal live and just as a studio artist too. The next question comes from Jack Torreson. What is your favorite song by Cannibal Corpse? Hammer Smash Face, hands down. That was the first song that I heard from them, and that is just what broke me out into the whole death metal scene and more extreme types of metal. Next question comes from Metal is Life 98, and he said, if you could be featured in any band, what would it be? Oh man, that's a really tough one. I would have to say probably Slipknot again. Slipknot or Meshuggah. I would love to collaborate with Jens from Meshuggah or Corey Taylor. Those are just bands that I really respect and have looked up to since I was younger. And yeah, definitely one of those two bands. The next question comes from Taylor Mills T, and he asks, "Are there any musical cliches that bother you or pet peeves in general?" I would say musical cliches that I hate is just genre pigeonholing. Um, we're considered deathcore, and there's a lot of death metal elitists out there that, think that we're not death metal at all, and that's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just music. I say it's just metal music. You can pigeonhole it into what you want to and hate it for what you think that it is, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. You just don't have to listen to it. So I mean, I just think that the whole like music snob kind of thing is just really stupid. There's things that I don't enjoy, and the things that I don't enjoy, I just don't listen to it. And the things I do enjoy, I listen to it, and I'm not afraid to listen to it and let people know that I like it. You should never be afraid to let people know what you like or dislike. And if you do dislike it, there's a very classy way to go about it. You can just say why you don't like it. You don't have to say it's shitty and the people in it are stupid. You just don't have to be a child about it. The next question comes from Never Come Undone, and he asks, favorite movie. My favorite movie, man, I guess one that I would have to say comes to me uh, as soon as you ask me that question would have to be Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, the first one, because not only was Cannibal Corpse in that movie, and that's where I discovered them, but obviously Jim Carrey's hilarious. Some people may not think so, but I think Jim Carrey is one of the funniest guys of our time. And yeah, I just love all of the movies that he's done, with the exception of a few. But yeah, I would say Ace Ventura: Pet Detective is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Next question comes from Evil Ducks One, and they ask, "Do you exercise?" I don't exercise as much as I should. Whenever I was younger, I was athletic. I ran track and played baseball and stuff like that. But I was never like into like strength conditioning and stuff like that. I was just more into like I was like one of the fastest in like my baseball leagues. I was always very high ranked in like track and stuff, and the 100-yard dash. But yeah, I mean, I'm not as active and I don't exercise as much as I should. I recently got into lifting just a little bit. I haven't been very consistent with it, but I'm trying my best to, find the time and the determination to actually do it. The next question comes from JKP0023, and they ask, "What is your preferred style of moshing? Hardcore dancing, push moshing, circle pits, etc." Just whatever you feel like doing. I mean, obviously, the only thing that I don't like is fighting. Fighting in general, if unless you're doing it professional, fighting is so stupid. If you fight, one of my biggest things that I hate in this world is if you're getting in an altercation with someone or a confrontation and you're just trying to work it out and they say, "What are you going to do about it?" That's the most douchey thing you can say to someone. Like you're challenging them already, like there's no reason to throw fists unless you, like I said, unless you fight professionally and make money doing it and whatever. But yeah, just as long as you're not fighting at shows and you're roughing each other up, having a good time, do whatever you want, but don't like I mean, I guess with hardcore dancing, it's not, I don't necessarily hate it, but I just don't like it when people just, intentionally are throwing fists behind them when they know they're going to hit someone. That's just dumb. Just rough each other up. Roughhousing is fine, but obviously just be safe with it. The next question comes from Hash Brown Hashtag, and he says, "Where's the Kickstarter DVD?" Now I know this is a question that a lot of people are going to want me to answer. The whole thing with the DVD is going to be coming out in October. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. I can't necessarily announce the exact date, but it will be coming out next month. We just had a lot of problems with getting this DVD taken care of, and it was a bunch of inside stuff that just within the business that were just not going as planned and not handled correctly. All that has been corrected now, and we're getting it out next month. Like I said, it was just a big mess, but we've toughed through it, and it's going to be coming out next month. And I know you guys are going to love it. We've all seen the DVD. We've watched the live performance and the documentary side of it, and it's absolutely incredible. Matisse, our drum, he does drum teching for us on the road, and he also does film work for us. He produced this DVD, and it came out amazing. We all love it, and I know you guys are going to love it too. This is going to be the last question, guys, and don't worry, I'm going to be doing a lot of Q&As, so stay tuned for that. But this last question is, what is one musician, dead or alive, that you would want to hang out with, and why? I'm going to go ahead and have to go with a dead musician and say Dimebag Darrell. I would say a lot of the reasons are obvious because not only was he an amazing guitar player in one of the greatest metal bands of our generation, he pioneered a lot of groove style metal riffing, and he is just a league of his own. There's nobody else that is like Dimebag Darrell. Not only that, he had a crazy personality. He was always, I'd never heard anyone, as far as the people that knew him and the people that toured with him and stuff, said nothing but good things about him. He was always positive. And honestly, losing him, even though I obviously didn't know him, and I wasn't even touring at the time, whenever it happened, it actually hit me in the heart because like I was such a huge Pantera fan, and it's just like, well, there's no more Pantera now. And, I mean, at the time he was doing Damage Plan, but Pantera always had that glimmer of hope that they could come back. Excuse me, but yeah, I would say Dimebag Darrell. I mean, it's just pretty much self-explanatory why I would choose him. All right, thank you guys so much. Like I said, I will be doing more Q&As, so stay tuned for that. I will see you guys in the next video, and I will let you know on Twitter when I will be doing another Q&A because I'll be having you guys use the hashtag AskPhil. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.